Hey everybody, welcome to Thistlehawk Homestead. Hey, Thanksgiving's coming up. It's in about 2 weeks. So I thought we'd revisit how to make stock. Everybody's like, who wants the bones from the turkey? I always say yes, because I can make a soup base, a sauce base, something to enhance what I already have. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through how to make turkey stock. Okay, I happen to have a carcass that was left over in the freezer from a while ago. So I'm going to use that. And I did add some split chicken breasts to it that I had some extra downstairs in the freezer, just to give it a little bit of a boost with the flavor. So I'm going to turn it around and we'll talk about stock. Okay, so here we have a pot. It's about 14 quarts-ish. Good sized pot. We have 1 turkey carcass, 2 split chicken breasts. And that's all that's in there right now. There are specific items that you should use in your stock. Just base items. Onion, celery, carrot. That's what's called mirepoix in the business. It's the base for 90% or 95% of all the soups and sauces out there. Okay, so onion, celery, carrots, garlic, peppercorn, bay leaf, not basil. Unless you want basil in there, and then you can. Okay, we'll talk about that in the end. And then parsley, and I put a little bit of thyme. So there's my setup. It's a rough chop. You don't have to peel anything, because the peels are good for stock as well. So the onions aren't peeled. The garlic isn't, the carrots aren't. I did wash the celery because there's a lot of dirt in celery and it can carry E. coli if you're not careful. It just comes from the fields where they're harvested. There's the thyme. The parsley, you'll notice, is kind of chopped down because I already used the leaves in other things, like the Asiago chicken burgers we had the other night, or meatballs or something like that. So most of the parsley has been used up. I just had some stems left, so we're going to put those in as well. So all this is going to go in with this going to top it with cold water. I usually top it by 2 to 4 inches. Well, 2 to 3 inches. Because that gives it some room to boil down. So you want to bring it from cold water up to a boil and then drop it down to a simmer. Okay? And you're going to simmer it for 4 to 6 hours. What that does is that extracts everything out of these aromatics that you see right here, and also any meat flavor out of the bones and the meat that might be there. Okay? So again, this is making turkey stock. We're kind of preempting this because on Thanksgiving, typically I end up with the carcass. So what we have left from this for stock, I'm going to cool down, and we're going to use that as the base for the next stock. With the carcass, we're going to get on a week from Thursday. Okay, so what that's going to do is that's going to really enhance that flavor, because this flavor here is going to be a very mild, very generic type of flavor. And if it's used as a base, and you take that and you can add bouillon cubes to it to enhance whatever flavor you really want. You can use it in soups, and again, if we wanted to, we could take that chicken stock and reduce a gallon down to like a cup or 2 cups and make what's known as demi-glaze. And that really makes that chicken flavor stand out. Okay? So we're going to, like I said, add all this. So let's do that. Everything there. And then all of this. And we have some more here. Again, those are just stems, but there's a lot of juice and flavor in the stems. A lot of times you'll hear this stuff called aromatics. What that does is that means that the flavor you can smell. Now, if anybody's ever smelled parsley, there's an aroma to it. It really smells right. Okay, so this is all set. Again, we're going to top it with cold water by about 2 to 3 inches. Bring it up to a boil and then reduce it down to a simmer. And we're going to let it go about 4 to 6 hours. So this should be ready, I don't know, about, see, it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So 6, 7 o'clock tonight. This should be ready. Okay. So anyways, that's turkey stock. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments section. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you want to be notified when I do add more things. I don't add them a lot. I tend to be work keeps me very busy. But with the holidays coming, we are going to be adding a little bit more content a little more frequently. Okay? So that's turkey stock in a nutshell. If you get any questions or whatever, again, drop them in the comments.